Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are once again going to be discussing the leaked version of episode 13 of Ninjago Crystallized, entitled A Sinister Shadow. And with that being said, this should be fairly obvious, but this video will contain major spoilers for episode 13 of Ninjago Crystallized, A Sinister Shadow. So if you've not yet seen that episode, or if you've not seen the leaked versions online that are not in English, it might be in your best interest to click off the video now, check out a different upload on the channel. But in case you guys have seen the episode, or at least seen the English subtitled version, I want to talk about one of the most tragic scenes in that episode, that of course being the flashback sequence where Lloyd describes how he looked through the rubble of the building after Harumi's downfall. And again, this is all based on the English subtitles, so this may not be 100% accurate to how the actual script handles this sequence, but after Harumi tells Lloyd how she managed to come back from the dead basically, Lloyd explains that his feelings for Harumi have not yet disappeared. Even after all this time, Lloyd still has feelings for Harumi, and he mentions how after the final battle between him and Garmadon during Ninjago Hunted, he frantically looked through the rubble of the building that Harumi was trapped under to no success, but he was there for hours looking through the rubble attempting to find Harumi's body. That in and of itself is really heartbreaking to see, and it kind of caught me off guard the first time I saw that sequence. It kind of made me awkwardly chuckle a little bit, but I think it's awesome that Ninjago showed that because it shows how dark and tragic this series can get. I'm not sure why people insist that Ninjago is never a darker or mature show. I mean, sure, Ninjago is lighthearted by nature, it's supposed to be, it is by default a kid's series after all, but they do have some mature moments in there, much like this sequence right here. And like I said, those feelings are still there for Lloyd, and they've been there this entire time. As seen in many other seasons in the Wild Brain era, Lloyd is still fixated on Harumi because he never got that closure. Harumi was taken away before they could resolve much of anything, even though there was a spark of goodness to be seen in her right before she died. And as such, Lloyd looked for her after her supposed death, and felt feelings of remorse once he realized that she was still alive and he just didn't find her in the rubble. I feel like those are the feelings that Lloyd will definitely be experiencing during the rest of Ninjago Crystallized, and he probably blames himself for not doing more. I'm very curious to see where the story of Lloyd and Harumi goes from here. Will they eventually make up? Maybe finally giving Lloyd that closure? Or maybe Harumi will just die again and prevent Lloyd from obtaining that closure? I'm not really sure how that would work for the character. In my honest opinion, I feel like these two should definitely make up at some point, and Harumi can spend some time in jail for her crimes, and Lloyd can watch her grow as a person from outside Cryptarium prison. I'm just still very impressed that they managed to show Lloyd going through such a hard time. Searching through the building rubble, trying to find any trace of Harumi, that in and of itself was very heartbreaking, very tragic to witness. I'm not sure if this is one of Ninjago's darkest moments, but it's certainly up there for one of Ninjago's most mature moments. Scenes like this just showcase that Ninjago is a lot more than a toy commercial, and it's more deep than it has any right to be. I really enjoyed that sequence from A Sinister Shadow, and that's easily one of my favorite parts of the episode, watching Lloyd explain his feelings to Harumi and what he did all those many years ago during Ninjago Hunted. And with that being said, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. I just wanted to talk about the now infamous scene from Ninjago Crystallized episode 13 and talk about how it made me feel, and I'm curious to hear about what it did to you guys down below in the comments section. So feel free to leave our thoughts on this sequence down below as well, and how do you think Harumi and Lloyd's story will conclude in Ninjago Crystallized? Leave our thoughts down below. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again in the next video. Peace.